Yes, we are live. Welcome to MV-8800 live stream number 17. Well, 17, how to do with hands like this. 10, 5, 2, number 17 already. Great to see already people in the stream, in the chat. Hayden, of course, Choco Bratel, Bram, Yo, Roger, and I see Philip Roberts, who just bought an MC500 MK2. And J Pro Channel is also... I noticed that my microphone is a bit strange, right? Okay. I have to see where's the start of it. Yes, like this. Now the sound should be a little bit better. And what's that 8800? I'll be poking my head in and out. Okay, that's very nice. Hola, Mr. Roger. Rather Remix Records. Yo, what's up? Okay, very cool. Number 17 already. It's Sunday night. It's 9:30 here in the evening in Spain. And what's that is on vacation. Well, then you deserve it on vacation. Enjoy your vacation. Very good. MC500 MK2. Yes, over there too. The MC500 MK2 Mark II. Yeah, the Mark II. Very nice, very cool machine, and I love the fact that it still has to work with floppies. Perhaps the Gotek drive will work also, but no, at this point I don't think to replace the original drive for a Gotek drive, because I got 2 shoe boxes full of floppy, so regarding that, I'm fine with that. So cool. Another week, yes. A busy week. I said before last week that we are busy with another. In this case, restaurant. My wife and our oldest son, they do have a cafe. A coffee shop sounds very Dutch, but it's where they sell real coffee with real nice. It's barista style. It's coffee with serious milk and then with nice figures on it. Figures? No, well. Nice drawings on it, and next to that cafe, next to that coffee shop, no, there's no drugs at all over there. Although we are Dutch, but no, we don't do that. But we are busy with a kind of restaurant, tapas, wine, vinos, those kind of things. So that makes it tonight the first time I have turned on all my machines. For sure. Whole week, no machines at all. So, yes, it's great to have them on. And also, some other news. Because, you know all that I have this Star Wars ad with the MV over here. Coming Wednesday, they will make over here a snow speeder, also from Star Wars. And then with some VSynth information on it. So I like to have the time trip pad on it, and also perhaps the not the brand, but the mark, the model. But we will see. But snow speeder over here, at over there. Well, then I can fight. Then I can play with my own arms. Okay, super crazy, but super cool. Coming Wednesday. Anyway, meanwhile, I see Tom's mate is also coming in, and he says, "Hey, Rogier." Rogier is my original name. Roger, I've been busy sampling on the VSynth today, and I know that Tom's mate has the VSynth 1, which is an incredible machine. And I hope you enjoy sampling with the VSynth, because it's a real pleasure. It's a real pleasure. Oh! You have the GT. I did not know that you have the GT. Oh, so cool. I did not know. Tell me, Tom's mate, do you also have the problem with MIDI syncing with a MIDI clock? Because that's pretty annoying. Although I found something really cool about the Vocal Designer, because I compared the VSynth GT Vocal Designer with the VSynth XT Vocal Designer, and then I noticed that the VSynth GT Vocal Designer is a little bit better. Well, it's better than the XT vocal designer, because you can use the step modulator with the GT and not with the XT. Perhaps I'm doing something wrong, but I noticed that it, well, on the XT the step modulator doesn't work at all. But I must admit, still my V-Synth 2.0 is my favorite one. Still not gelling the right way with the GT. Only the vocal designer, but perhaps it will come. Perhaps it will come. By the way, I'm selling my GD990. It's on eBay. Why? Because it's a beautiful machine. Perhaps I told you that last week already. Anyway, doesn't there's no rush to sell it. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the chat, and I see that Bram is telling something regarding MIDI syncing. Just turn off the delay effects. Okay, I will try that. I will try to turn off the delay effects. It only comes from the delay effect when the MIDI clock is receiving. That's pretty interesting. And Tom's Mate had Paul, in this case, Paul Gillies, Tom's Mate, had MIDI sync issues today, but put it on down to bad MIDI port on the MV optional expansion. Okay, but I do have serious MIDI clock issues with the V-Synth GT. Anyway, so today, okay, number 17. What are we going today? Well, first I want to know if the sound is good, because last week I noticed that my noise gate on OBS is pretty heavy. So when there's a small moment of silence, then it cuts off immediately the microphone. So please tell me if the sound is okay. Today was it this morning? Yeah, this morning I sent out the invitations for this live stream, and I said about using sample packs from the Hardware Jams Weekend Challenge. And let me go to, I will show you this. Let me go to over here. And meanwhile, I saw that Wexted said yes regarding the V-Synth, that the original V-Synth has all the buttons and the knobs, and I must admit I love that too. I love that too, that all the knobs are there. I miss it on the XT, and I miss it also on the GT, that you have to switch screens to have access to several parameters, and with the original V-Synth, they're there. That's indeed a very interesting point. Okay, Hardware Jams. I said, well, you can download some samples, and I must admit I've downloaded the samples, and I did not check them out, but I have imported them already into my MV by using the MV Kit Creator. So yeah, and the track, the jam has to be in already tomorrow. Something really cool is that there is this part. There's no particular rules other than using those samples with your favorite synth or samplers. This weekend winner will be featured on the next PVC, which stands for Petite Victory Collective Minimal City Volume 2. So that's very nice, because normally there's a winner, but in this case the winner will be added to the Petite Victory Collective Volume Minimal City Volume 2, which is very nice, a very nice addition to the Weekend Challenge. Anyway, so I've downloaded those and I've imported them, and I will go through to them. And let's see if we can make a track. And meanwhile, if you have questions, please fire them, and then can answer them. Or perhaps somebody else. The track from last week I did not finish at all. No, when the stream was over, I turned off. I I still have it in the. I saved it, but I did not finish it at all because we are very busy with the new restaurant tapas bar. Anyway, okay, let me go to this one. So, like this. So we have in front of us the MV-8800 screen. We have the MV-8800 and we have me. Okay, very cool. So, okay, let's go. I have them already here in my instruments. So I created EP Atlas, Atlas Obscure, and Atlas Unprocessed. Welcome, Joe Collier. Very cool to have you here also. Yeah, the MV Planet, so cool. Oh man, I noticed that I don't spend a lot of time behind my gear because normally my channel is increasing around 100 110 subscribers a month, and now it declined to 70 a month. And also on the MV Planet forum, the MV Planet forum is also very low at this moment. Sorry guys, sorry. It's we are planning to open on the 1st of June, so until that time I'm pretty busy with it, but I miss making music. Okay, so over here the three ones, and I've loaded also two from One Technique, which are of course available on my website, on the website mvplanet.com or themidimaniac.com. Let's take a listen. To be honest, I did not listen. No, import not. I did not listen at all to the samples, so I don't know how they are. Just downloaded them and put them in directly into the MV Kit Creator, and then loaded into the MV-8800. So I go to the sample manager just to take a listen. We're halfway. Okay. So we have to use samples from these packs. Preview. Okay. I do it very correctly. Can trash. So okay, it's same samples, but they're processed in some way. Yes, that's nice. Okay, the positive part is that those samples are rhythm based. Okay, Bram, I did not react to you. Sound is very nice. No cutoff. Okay, that's cool to know, because I re-listened to my my stream last week and I thought, oh my god, it sounds awful, because when I stopped talking, there was no sound, and even with the music, when with pretty slow moments, the music was cut off. Okay. A lot of metal sounds. Okay. I go fast. Oh, those are low, so they're low. Plate, sandpaper. Yeah, of course, you can use it directly, immediately as a rhythm. So, what's that? You were on holiday, on vacation. Where do you? Are you at home or are you away? Where are you heading to? Okay. They're all mono. Well, that's fine. We can make them stereo. Oh, these ones are long. It looks like. Am I hearing someone breathing in the background? Could be, of course, with such a long sample. Anyway, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, I will. And now. Oh, these ones. Look, this is from the unprocessed one. So, these ones are not processed at all. Okay. Nice. Okay. A lot of samples. You don't have to use them all. Thank God. We're now entering the samples from One Technique. Yes, okay. Right. Do you have a suggestion for what kind of style do we need to make, and how do we are we going to use multiple MIDI signals or tracks, or are we going to use song mode or pattern mode? We can use, of course, other machines. It's fine by me. You know what? Let me first load the output design of One Technique. I've imported One Technique OBS 3. Let's take a listen to that one. Typical TR7. There we go. Yeah. Okay, this is I said OBS, but it's QBS. Okay, QBS 3. I like those samples. Okay, number 5, which was a QBS 5. Okay, let's see what's over there. And then we do something what comes in. I like those kind of things. Illinois, welcome here. How do you save samples to be used later? Okay, tell you. So we have, for example, this sample. And I want to save it for for later. Let me do a quick edit. So I do quick edit and the sample. So we're now over here in partial edit. I will change the view. So this is a partial edit. If I press menu, then we see partial name. So here you can change the name of the sample. But if we go one step back, No. This is the patch. Roger. Again, quick edit. This one, we go to sample edit. So this is the sample. Now, if you press menu, then you can save the sample as WAV file or as AEFF file, IF file. So then you can save the sample for later, for other usage in a new patch. So let's do select. Then it says save sample as WAV file. So in this case, the only I'm answering just how to save a sample for later usage. So not in a patch, but as a separate sample for usage in a new patch, because a patch contains samples in a format of the Roland MV-8000 or 8800. So you can create patches with separate WAV files. So in this case, I go to, well, let's say over here, WAV. I can make a folder, say make folder, new folder, okay, new folder, okay. I will. So the new folder is created, but we're not already in the new folder. We have first go into it. So in this case, I press cursor right, and now we're in the folder, and I do save. And I can give it a name, but in this case I won't change the name, but you can give it a name. I do execute, and it's saving now as a WAV file. Okay, so this sample is a WAV file. Now if I go to instruments and I go to an empty patch, and let me go to patch number 16. Oh, wait. I go to patch number 16. I do patch edit, and now when I want to load a sample, Roger, wrong like this. I will change the like this. Okay. I go to track parameters. I go to patch number 16. So patch number 16 is empty. And I go to instruments now. I do patch edit, and I hit sorry. So I have to press first partial edit, and then it says partial does not exist. Do you want to create it with a sample? I say yes. Now you have to search for it, for that sample. But that sample is not loaded into the memory yet. So this is an important step, because if you don't import the WAV file into the MV, okay, it sounds very complicated, but I will repeat it later on. So first I have to import that WAV file, which was saved over here in the new folder. This one. So I do import. And now that sample is available for a patch. And I can do now quick assign to a patch. In this case, patch number 16, patch number 1. I do execute, and it's now loaded. So now if I go to the track parameters, output assigned 16, and it's now over here on pad number 1. So okay, Illinois, it's very complicated, but let me repeat it. So if you have a sample which you like, you can save it as a sample, as a WAV file or a AIFF file in a separate folder, and then you have to import it again. So yeah, because the patch contains WAV files but transformed into a format of the MV-8800. Complicated? Yes, I can understand. And perhaps no, you have to understand all those different kind of things, that loading WAV files into the MV-8800 and then it transforms it into a special format for only the Roland MV. Saving samples, export them as WAV file, and then later on import them again as a WAV file into a new patch to create your own patches. Complicated, yes, but it's doable. I hope this was the right answer for you. Meanwhile, I'm also going to answer the question of Philip Roberts. Would the MIDI chain setup be similar for my MC500? Yes, the MIDI chain setup is really exactly the same. Just okay. Let me get the one. So okay, this is the MC. This is the MC500, and great, Illinois, that regarding the importing. That the importing is the most important thing because you've saved it as a WAV file and then you have to import it again. So okay, the MC500 MK2, old, very old, yeah, 1986, I guess. MIDI sequencer, very cool machine. What we can see over here is that this one has one MIDI in, one MIDI through, and two MIDI out. If we compare it with the MV-8800, the MV-8800 has also one MIDI in and two MIDI out. So in that case, it's totally the same. I can take out the MV, the MIDI cables of the out of the MV and put it over here into the MC500, and it will work exactly the same. Exactly the same. That's the nice part. The only difference is that recording on MIDI tracks over here on the MC500 is that the MC500 can receive all MIDI tracks at the same time. And that's different. So I can play on my V-Synth, I can play on my Juno, and it can be recorded all on track number 1. It's a multiple MIDI recorder. On the MV, you have to select a MIDI channel for each MIDI track, but the MC500 or the MC50 can record multiple MIDI signals at the same time. I won't recommend. Will I recommend it? It's nice to do. It's nice, but then editing afterwards will be more difficult because you have to use the microscope function of the MC500, which is complicated to see all the MIDI channels and all the MIDI events, like the it's like the let me see, the event list. The event list is like the the microscope function of the MC500, but it's in fact totally the same way of using, and that made it for me so great, super to understand the way the MV-8800 works compared with the MC500. Lovely machine, by the way. Lovely machine. Okay. Let's go to pattern mode. And instruments over here. One technique cube. Let's use this one, okay. So number 5. Okay, we're going to use number 5. Track parameters. Output design number 5, yes. And I have to search for. I mean, the samples downloaded from for the hardware challenge is Illinois. Thank you so much. Oh, great! Really appreciate it. Super cool. Really appreciate it, man. $5. Really amazing. Thank you so much. It really supports the channel and the streams. I must admit, oh yeah, what I said, the downloads of for the hardware challenge are pretty can be used in different kind of styles. And I really don't know what to do, what kind of style, but wow. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Illinois. I appreciate you and all you do. Well, it's great. Really, it's hard to explain, but this moment of the week is so special. It's really great. It's dedicated music making, just being in contact with people who are doing the same thing, who are loving to play with these machines, and that makes it so great to do. It's the energy, and I still have to contact Mike because next week, are we already in May? I guess so. Yes, I guess so. So I have to get in touch with Mike because Mike, we have number 3 to do. I received a comment last week or 2 weeks ago that that my music sounds very 90s, and then I thought, yes, could be because um, I don't gel with the music of today. That's very it's for me. Well, gel. It's difficult. It's totally different style. So somehow the 80s and 90s are in incorporated in this body over here. So that should be the reason. Okay, let's do it first. Start on 4 measures. Yeah. Okay. Wait note. And do we have something else? Jean-Louis Coquin, bienvenue. Welcome. Just start with some hi-hats. Ah, the double one. The first is double. Let's do an event race of that one. It's gone. Okay. Yeah, and 80s, 90s is where it's at. Yeah. Yes. A little bit louder, right? No, I want to do that on a on a different track. So I create a new track, add Midi track number 1. Execute. Okay. Let's see if we have something else over here. Add MIDI track. Execute. Wow, too loud. What's this? No, I don't like that sound at this moment. Okay. Let a neck for life. Welcome. It's all about learning in a collaborative fashion. Yes, it's all about learning in a collaborative fashion. That's true. That's true. Shall I quantize it? Shall I quantize it? Because it's not quantized at all. Just I will grid it all and just to see what's happening, to see what will happen. Yesterday I was watching this video from Milli Vanilli, and we all know the story behind Milli Vanilli and how they cheated. Well, how the producer cheated by putting those two guys in the front of the act, but using other people for the vocals. And when they realized, when the interviewers, when the news realized, wait a minute, this guy from Germany and this guy from France, they don't speak English at all, but their songs are in complete English. What's happening over here? So it became a scandal. Yes, we all know Milli Vanilli became a scandal. Yes, you know it's true. In the end, one of the guys committed suicide. He overdosed himself, which was also terrible. They returned their Grammys because of this all. And then this video ended by saying, can you imagine this? This was a real issue back in the day. And nowadays, all artists are using autotune. They use other vocals. They use a lot of ghost producers. And then I thought, wow, that's interesting. Really interesting. Because, yeah, I remembered how we were fooled with Milli Vanilli, and then this guy died of overdose and all because of the pressure. And nowadays we use autotune, and it's great music. I see arts. Is there a reason why you work in pattern mode? I work in song mode. Okay. Well, I used to work in song mode. And then I discovered pattern mode, because on the MV-8800 pattern mode is available, but this button has a different name, because on the MV-8800 it says pattern, and I can't recall which how it's called on the MV-8000. So I discovered pattern mode, and then I also discovered by reading the manual that you can use a pattern track in song mode. And that reminds me of the MC500 or the MC50, where you have Midi tracks, but a separate rhythm track. So you have to create rhythm tracks to create a rhythm. Well, no, you have to create rhythm patterns to create a rhythm track in song mode. So the positive part of using pattern mode is that you can create very easily short patterns with different kind of sounds or breaks or something like that, and you can use them then in song mode by creating over here the so-called add pattern track. And then with step recording, it's very easy to create those patterns into your song mode. So now we're in song mode. I haven't done anything, just I created this pattern, and now in song mode I have the rhythm already. So I advise to use pen and paper, so you can create different kind of patterns. And then you say, okay, 2 times pattern number 1, 3 times pattern number 3, 1 time pattern number 4. So then that pattern is playing, and now I would be able to add other instruments or external instruments or internal instruments um, in the song mode. So this in my opinion very nice way to work with in this case with the patterns and the pattern track. Like this. Okay, I undo. And so I hope that answered your question, IC Art, regarding is the reason why you work in pattern mode. That's the main reason to create to because yeah, in this case also I go to the pattern list. So we're now on the pattern list, and with the menu button I can copy the pattern very easily. I say copy pattern to pattern number 2, yes. So if I select now pattern number 2, we have the same pattern. Let me add that bass. So it's now on pattern number 2, and if I go to song mode, then indeed I do one without the bass, one with the bass, one without, one with, and now we have already in song mode. Java Lions, and welcome, just dropping in, as you can see. So and now we go back to pattern number 1 without the bass. So consider the patterns as building blocks for your song. The point is that I regularly enter the hardware challenges, and then you have to play live with your machines, with your hardware. And then in this case, pattern mode is a very, very, very nice way to play live, because then I use, in this case, I use solo mode, and then I can mute and unmute very easily. Why not using mute? Guys, we already know why not using mute, but using solo has to do with external instruments. Somehow in mute mode I'm not able to modify external instruments, and in solo mode I am able to modify external instruments. Don't ask me why, but it's just why, like it is. Wow. Okay, so I started the stream by telling regarding the noise gate that I noticed with the other live stream that the noise gate was too high, and for sure that you will hear now the dogs barking outside. For sure. They have to defend the property. Add MIDI track. Execute. No, Raj. I have to quantize this. Perhaps some quantizing with an with a template. Let's try some fusion swing. Okay, I like it. Which drum kit is it? I tell you, instruments. This is One Technique QBS 5. I will show it to you. I go to the website, in this case, the Midi Maniac, or you can go to MV Planet. Planet.com is the same one. It is just redirecting to the same one. I go to the MV-8800 archive. It's from, okay, so QBS number 5, and it's from the One Technique, the Holy Grail. One Technique, Holy Grail. This one, link to the download. It's over here, QBS 5. There's where is it coming from? Somehow I'm more a little bit more faster. Close. Let me change also this pattern parameters 105. Close, okay. This is without, okay. Select. Okay. Really raga style, right? Let me copy this pattern. Copy pattern number 2 to number 3. Yes. Close. Select. So that's important, because when you copy, you have to select the next one. Otherwise, you are modifying the one where you're in. But that's not what we want. Okay, you know what I'm going to do with that sound? I want to have it alternating. Alternating. Yeah, let me show you. Also, quick edit. We go to this one and we go to the SMT. SMT means the sample management table. Then we can go to the pan and then we can do some alternating. But it's too heavy, right? Now it goes to this one. No, not now. That's strange. Like this it works, but in the recording it doesn't work. Okay, let me undo it so it's now gone. Let's see if it works now. I press record. Okay, it's now over here. Now go to the other one. Okay, so that works. Perhaps if I hear something like this, I think, wow, I have to download. I have to get some an a cappella in the background to rhyme over it. Do I have an a cappella? Let me see in import. Do I have something available? A cappella? No, those. Preview.
Came in from the city.
No, I don't want that one. And this is the other one,
You.
which I've used already for an up-tempo one. Okay guys, I see a question from IC Arts. There's one more thing. I do struggle with making my MP swing like an MPC. Have you got any tips, please? So, guys in the chat, Wakestead 8800, are you in? Are you in? Because this one is for you. Make it swing. Make your MP swing like the MPC. Because the MPC, I know the MPC has only 96 ticks per TQPN. What's it called? TQPN. So the resolution of the MV is so much higher than the MPC, but somehow people are struggling with getting the right swing. And I must admit, I own the MPC X, and I've never tried the swing, the MPC swing. I had the MPC 2000 XL just to take out the compact flash reader. I did not play with it. So I personally, I really don't know what the MPC swing is. But what I do know is that the MV-8800 has so the quantizing is so much more. It's deeper than the MPC. So I can give it a try. I can give it a try by instead of using a grid, instead of using shuffle. Let's choose for the hi-hats the fusion low swing, and this really that's it's there are so many options, because at this moment I change only the template, and then we can change the velocity and the strength also, which is just really amazing how much it is. Exit. Oh, that's also another subject to touch the drum grid. I know. And leather neck for life is right. It's all mathematically relative. Yes, that's correct. The point is how to get just with a few steps that typical swing. So let's see how it sounds now. I must admit, I cannot remember how it sounded. Let me. We go to pattern play in this case, so perhaps there is some difference over here. Because I remember this is all just in grid mode. I want to have it immediate. And this is only the harder drum is. So to be honest, I really don't know. So I hope somebody else gives the answer. I will lower this to 75, the volume. and I will add some reverb to the total, to the QBS5 over here. Let's say 30. Okay, great question. I see from Deek. Hi, Roger. Can you add the swing to the pattern? So you mean to the complete pattern? If I go to pattern parameters, then you can see there is no way to have the complete pattern with the same BPM, with the same swing. But what I do know is that if you, let's go to an empty pattern. So I do empty pattern and then select. If I go now to over here to the menu, well, over here, to recording parameters, over here. Now oh no, this is the audio one. I have to be on Midi track. So track no, wait a minute. Track parameters, now I go to menu, then I go to recording parameters over here. It's number 11. Over here you can set the total input quantize. So, okay, check this. We have, normally you, you can choose several quantize templates for every track. But what you also can say that every recording which you do with your MV has to be with, in this case, let's say, or grid or shuffle. So that's important. There is no way that you can choose now a template, but you can say, okay, let's do all on grid or do all on shuffle. Then later on you can choose every, you can select for every track a different template, but the basic recording can be done like this. So recording parameter, in this case for Midi, you can choose between grid and shuffle. I always have it on off to be free in choosing a quantized template, but you can pre-program it. If you say, well, I want to have it all on shuffle, okay, you put it on shuffle, then all recordings are immediately quantized on shuffle or on grid. But there's no way that you can say, well, the parameter or the complete pattern has to be like this. Otherwise, over here in the pattern parameter, you would be able to choose a type of quantization. And exit. So okay, I hope I was clear on that. To be honest, I I don't like that beat at all. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sample. I'm going to sample that beat. I do a resampling of that beat. Yes, I'm going to resample it, and then I will send it to an audio phrase, and then I will chop it up. So I do start trigger, play, stop trigger, beat on 16. I do start. So I'm go to resample now. So I stay in the MV. So we have the beat over here. Truncate, normalize, loop it. It's 16105. Yes, quick assign. I will assign it to an audio phrase. It's now an audio phrase. And I say execute on number 1. Okay, exit. Audio phrase is over here. Right, okay. I think I'm going for jungle or something. Oh, for some old school swing beat. Yes. Oh, yesterday I listened to a guy Rub You the Right Way. Man. Memories. So let me chop it up. Then auto chop, and I liked it a lot how Mike Acosta showed divide by 8 times. So spread over 8 pads. Let's do it over 16. Execute. Do I want to have it like this? Okay, I want to have it like this. Okay. Assign the true phrase to a patch which is free. Okay, this one is free. Number 6, I do execute. And now I go to, you know what? I'm going to create a new pattern. This one is empty, and I will change the track parameters of this one, and I go to auto put assign number 6. Okay, right. I go to instruments, patch edit, and I will change the. I'm going to change some things. Let me first change over here the chorus. Okay, partial edits. I want to have the sample played completely. What I noticed with one shot, that's nice. It works, but it doesn't play completely, right? 25? Well, almost. Okay, I will do it on a one-shot all. Did I forget one? I forgot one? No. Oh, yes, one. Which one? I did see some on off, right? No. Exclusive group, yes, all on one. Why I do this? Because I don't want to have them played together. One is on 2, which is on 2. Which one is on 2? Guys, please. One. This. Yes. And it looks like the complete sampling sample is not playing. Hey, Mike. Yeah, well, I was talking about you, Mike. Mike. We have to make an appointment for next week, right? Next week, Sunday, or the Sunday, the other Sunday in May. We have to make an appointment for part number 3. Cameron Williams, hi. Nice to see you also here. So, great, guys. Super cool. Let me check if I put it on 50. Look at that. So I have to. So that's the reason I love one shot, but somehow the complete sample is not playing. So I change all the pads now on 50. Are they on 50 now? Yeah. Okay. How the BPM? How are we? Around 135, 136. If there's a calculation, it would be nice. So let me give it a try if we are right at this moment. So I will do now track parameters. No, wait a minute. I go to the pattern list, pattern parameters, and I'll put this on 4. Now I will do. No, I want to have it like this: step recording, fixed velocity. And it needs to be on one note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if that was right. Let me add also the metronome to make sure all is alright. Enter. Output. No, mode. Pretty good. So you've noticed what I did by calculating the BPM. I just played all the samples, and meanwhile I did the BPM tab. 1, 2, 3, 4, easy like this. And then I saw, well, in this case, there's 132. I saw it changing between 132 and 136, and I said, well, let's do it on 135. That's pretty nice. Recording parameters. No. I will change the metronome number 12 to recording only. So what do we think? So shall we create a bass sound with the analog bass, modeling bass, the bass for this beat? Why not? Okay. Let me first add a MIDI track. I will add a MIDI track. The output design needs to be on MFX, which is, if I'm right, number 17. Yes. Because 16 is the MIDI channels, number 17 is already the MFX, and if I press 18, then it should be Fix Jam. Correct. Okay, 17 is MFX. Okay, execute. So we create an MFX. Then we go to the effects, and we have to choose, in this case, an analog modeling bass. Okay, use this. I will use just the upper one. And the routing needs to be set on input to play with it, if I'm right. Yes. This is just a standard one. Let's change this one. So I go to edit, and then again, I've explained it other times also, we see over here different blocks, and I can switch the blocks by using the buttons over here, block down, block low. So we have some common information over here, and this is the LFO, and we go to the VCO, and we see that there are two oscillators, and oscillator 1 is on saw and oscillator 2 is on triangle. If we go to the block of the VCF, then we see the mixer of the oscillators, and we see that oscillator 1 is on 100% volume and oscillator 2 is on 81. So if we go to a block up, I can change it. I want to have, do we want to have poles or triangle? Hardly any difference, right? Okay. Let's do some things. The envelope. This one. Let's see if we can do wow. And I said I want to have it low. So we go to the block of the VCO, and we are going to change the course to -12. No, the triangle, this one needs to also be on 0. You don't hear any bass at all now, and this is because both oscillators are on the same frequency, on the same chords, on the same fine pitch. So if we change on fine tuning, you already hear that flanging sound, and it goes deeper already. You can also change, of course, the oscillator waveform. We can do pulse with some pulse with modulation. Way too. Don't like it. We go to the filter because I think it's too much filter. More depth. Now color frequency a little bit more. To have a more snappy one. Some resonance. Too much. This is playing, guys. This is playing. Okay. What I also want, I want to have a different release, because now the sound stops immediately. You can change the envelope over here of the filter, but as long as you don't change the filter, the envelope of the amplifier, nothing is happening. Over here, no. Velocity sensitive, no, over here. So now you hear a kind of release. well, kind of, this is release. But still the filter is also stopping. So over here. And I don't want to have velocity sensitivity on the filter. Perhaps a little bit low. Those D basses. Okay. Do we want to have some delay, because there is already a delay in the background? I like to have a delay. And we can change the tempo sync. The original bass sound of the sample is a little bit out of tune if I match it with this one. So, or we leave it like this, or I will change the tune of this one, because I heard it's a little bit lower. So perhaps it's minus 20, and then this one minus 25. Still not on the right, no. So I leave it like it is. Just this one on 20 and this one on 0. Or no, you know what? 10, 10, 10, minus 10. And let's lower the chords to minus 12 from both oscillators. So okay, I'm now playing on the on my V-synth, but it's the sound of the MV. You know what? I'm going to record this, and then I will make some changes to that sound. Quantize this. Track parameters. Quantize grid. Oh, import that. I'm going to edit because I don't like the delay at all. Perhaps we should use this one. This tempo sync of the chorus. Let's see what happens if we change the mixer of the oscillator. forgot that we were still recording, so the movements of the knobs of the C1 knob is recorded. Still, I don't like the delay. Better to have it without. It would change the what I'm going to do now, because I always like recording effects, in this case the C knobs, but first let me take them out, because I don't want to have the I want to have separate tracks, one of the original bass line and one of the movements. So I go to event list, and then we see information, in this case note information and control information. So control number 16 is in this case the movement, what you hear. So I want to remove that. So I go to view filter, and now I do all off, and I go to control change and I select this one. And then I only want to see number 16. Except 16. Is it right? Only 16. 0. No, only 16. Where is it? 16, 16 like this. Okay, I go to exit. So now we see all the movements. No notes, only the movements of the C knob. So now I can delete them, and as you know, I can use shift and then select with the mouse the low one. So now these ones are selected, and then I do erase, and I can do it again, select, erase, and select, erase. So now the movement is gone. Okay. I go to view filter and I select all on. So now we, as you can see in the event list, all the recordings are gone. You see some note aftertouch. That's because I pressed too hard on my my keyboard or on the pad, and the aftertouch is recorded. But you can erase that. It doesn't affect the notes because it's just information of the note. Let me add the Midi track, MFX. Something like this, okay. So the movements are also now recorded. And this is why I use solo mode, because if I go to solo mode now, I can turn the movement off. like this bass sound. I like this bass sound. Well, not completely. It can be a little bit more aggressive. Let's see if we can change a little bit more. If I change this to... Wow. This is better. Let's do a knob assigned to C3. Let's see what happens. Yeah, nice. I will record also that movement. I will combine this movement with the same MIDI track because it belongs together, I think. Yes. Oh, I like it. All the time I see my TR8 blinking on the right of me. Now I notice. Okay, I'm playing now on the Juno, a C, but C doesn't match at all. This is B. Oh yeah, yes. Thank you. You love that sound. Okay, me too. So I will save that sound. First, this one, right? I noticed that I have to lower down the volume of that bass. Do some gain staging, which we have learned from Mike Acosta last time, because it's a little bit too loud. Okay. So I will create another name of this for this effect. Let me delete this. Let's give it a name. And let me call it Tech Bass. Okay. Shift. Tech Bass. Okay, like this. Great. Now I go to menu. I will save this sound. Save and effects. Select, and I will save it in the FX list over here. Okay, save. Let me also, of course, TMM. Completed. Right. Now let me write it into my library. Select. I will write it over here. Use this. Right here. Yes. So it's now written over here. Perfect. Alright. I go to solo mode, then I will unsolo it. Okay. When I hear things like this, I want to have breaks also, kind of stutter basses, stutter breaks, which is not easy to do, but anyway, perhaps we can do something. So let me copy this pattern, copy pattern to a next one. Yes. And what I mean with a stutter break is that that it has to be. It's an old school style with stuttering of that beat. So I'm thinking, what to do now? Do I have to chop it up, or do I have to use my favorite gator function? But then I have to do some resampling. Okay, let me think. Yeah, I agree this. Okay. Let me. I will add another MIDI track to add the V synth. Output assign 0. V synth is number 4, right? 4. Execute. Let me see. In the end, still the bass line is too loud. I think it's too loud. Edit. Let's put it on 40. Mixer over here. Audio parameters. MFX over here also can be lowered. A little bit of reverb. Part number 6. And I still haven't used the samples from the necessary sample pack. Let me check those at this moment. Add MIDI track. Output a sign. 1. Oh, of course I don't hear him now. Do the unprocessed 1, yeah. I have to, of course, turn down the MIDI over here off. Yes. Would be too easy to add this one, but you know me, I have to. We can add this one, but then with of course with the panning possibility with the LFO plus. Now it's too fast. And it needs to be a little bit softer. Perhaps a filter. HPF. PPF. To take out the bass, the low. Doesn't do anything, I must admit. Doesn't add anything. And if we coarse file it up, it just adds some background noise. Well, let me add it, then it's added. Not creative at all, but anyway. Like this. Oh, no, undo. Go to the back. Shift again. Then the duration standard, it's on 80%, so that has to be, it would be nice if it was different. 100, boom, like this, then tie to the end like this. Okay. A little softer, 1 chord higher, to have it more in the beat. Yes. Let's change the filter also. HBF. Now, well, I won't use the complete sample, just only the wood. recorded, of course not, because we were in edit mode. Hey, Jonathan R. Cross! Hi there! Well, guys, Jonathan R. Cross is one of the biggest leaders of the Hardware Jams crew. So super cool to have you here. Yes, just playing with the samples from Atlas for the Hardware Challenge, which is super cool but super difficult to have it added, but just playing. So I don't know if I'm ready for tomorrow, but anyway, great to have you here, Jonathan. Super cool. This one is nice for a break. Listen to this. This is also with some rhythm. Can I edit? Tiki tiki. Yes, Jonathan, it was I had to download them one by one, which was fine, but I like it, but it's not on the same rhythm. This could be nice. Let me quantize this. Let's solo. Goes from left to right, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, finger crossed for tonight, John. So okay, so you're thinking about doing it tonight too. I hope you manage it. Oh. Yes, it's man, it would be nice to be a winner this week to be added to this special edition of the Petite Collective. But anyway, I also don't know if I finish it. Tomorrow morning I will have Spanish lessons. After 9 years living here, still having lessons in speaking Spanish. So it will be a short one. Short, I mean, time. Let me go to the patterns. So I started with this. This is totally different. Yeah, you're right. Might just bust out the circuit. Totally. Your TR-8S is full. So no possibility to dump the samples from your TR-8S. That's the positive part of the MV. You put in another CF card and then your memory is completely well, it's not necessary to only to change the CF card, but I can imagine that once the memory is full, then it's full. Man. Yeah, let me resample this. I will resample this part. Yes, resampling. But then, yeah, laziness. Not. No, it's fine. It's fine. So use the circuit, of course. Use the circuit for the sampling. About laziness, I recently bought a new sound pack for the GP8080. Well, it's not laziness, it's just due to time. It's a very nice trance pack, but I still didn't make the time for it to load it into the GP8080. And I promised the guy to make a video about it, about the new sounds, and then compare it with the V-Synth, and let's try if I can replicate those trance sounds. This sounds really nice. Anyway, I have to change it to coaxial, and now we have some feedback, so I have to turn this one down. And I go to resampling. So now it's all combined. Yes, I will resample this. Start playing. It's just a simple hi-hat and simple clap from the TR-8. But just to have it combined into the sample. I don't hear it. Do you? Let me retry this. Retry, sure. Am I doing something wrong with the sampling? Coaxial? Optical. It looks like there is no sound coming in from my VS2480 into my MV. Normally I would have feedback already. That's strange. Let me give it a try with only the hi-hats. Start. Normalize. Preview. This is new to me. So only the bass is considered as input. Has it to do with this part? With routing tag bass into input. Yes, here it is. Here's the feedback. Okay. So and now we're routing off. There is no bass at all, so perhaps I have to change the following. I have to change in the mixer the output of the MFX to in this. No, that's not possible. Now let's see the in is there. Where's the MFX? Okay, this is strange. Master. And there's the rest. So shift. Unsolo it. This is strange. Okay, what I'm doing wrong, guys? I'm doing something wrong. Audio tracks, nothing. Mix part. Aux. MFX. In MFX, yes. And I'm not able to record. No. Because now it's playing all. This is strange, right? Because with routing master, I don't hear the created beat. Okay, let's go to sampling. Let's go to sampling, and I will turn down the volume and do resampling. Let's see what happens. Oh, no. Sampling. Resampling. Start. It's on beat. So let's see if it combines all sounds. I will stop it. I will do a preview. Yes. Now it's recorded. Okay, I will assign it to a patch, and I will assign it to patch number 7. Okay, 7. What? I will switch the input select to optical, so to prevent the feedback. I will create a new pattern. Look, this is what I meant before. You have to make sure that you're creating the right pattern. So select this one. I do pattern parameters. Oh, I notice also a very strange BPM, 132.74. So okay, so I have to change that also on this one. 4 measures, and then 132.47. Oh, wait a minute. 132, enter 0.47. Okay, close. Select. And now I go to the output assign number 7, and then we have the bass here. Okay. Let me copy this one to this one, okay. And I want to do I want to have it gated. Oh, I'm such a fan of the gated version library. No. First I have to import my effects. Over here, effects, the gator effect. Yes, import, and I want to write it on number 2, execute. So it's over here, effects, and then I will change the library, and the library needs to be on gator. Because I still want to have that stutter effect, but then done with the gator. So, okay, input needs to be an aux1. I go to the mixer and aux1, and then the number 7 needs to be on aux1 too. And that's a pity. It's a pity that you can't see which track we're on. Let me show you the detail. Then you see audio track part 1. You have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, it's very easy to count, but still. So on 7, this is this one. Okay, so we put it on aux 1. Now it's processed by the MFX. All right. Let's go to full. I will record it like this and tie it over there. And now the same like last week. I have to create a Midi track. Midi track on 17, which is the MFX. Oh, I forgot to execute. Execute. And I can, of course, I can quantize this. Right. Let me count. And let me change the delay of this one. Too much delay. Oh, I love this kind of stupidity. I love it. And perhaps I can also. Let me resample this also. Why? Just because I like it. Start. The only point is with this, if I do a preview, is that the reverb, no, the delay of the last part is not, you cannot hear it in the first part. Well, it doesn't matter that much. But I want to try something. I want to try the following. Instead of having it on 16, I will put it on 32 and then I will cut the first 16 bars. I will cut it and to have only the last 16, and then the first measure will have the delay, or yeah, the delay of the last previous measure. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but this is what I'm thinking about. Okay. Okay, so it's sampled. I will quick assign it immediately to the patch, to this one. Yes, execute. Now I go to instruments. Well, I don't have to do it like this. Where is it? Ah, of course we don't hear it now because of the gator effect. So I'll put it on input now. Okay, is this one, and I will edit. Quick edit. I will edit this sample. I go to sample edit. So right, so we have here the complete sample. Now I will edit it, and I will search for the first part. Over here is it. Okay, I will zoom in, shift cursor. I will zoom to and it has to be for sure this one. This is the start of the new part. Zoom in a little bit better. Here we go. So now in this first part, the delay is also sampled. Okay. I will truncate this one. So 4, truncate, replace, yes, because the first part I don't need at all. Execute. Close. It's nice. It's not looping very well. It stopped too early with recording. I think it's getting out of sync. Let's see. Getting out of sync. More and more. Yeah. It's pretty much. If I go to audio phrase, then we can see edit. Yes, I want to have it with a sample. I will place a sample on that one. Is it this one? Let me check. Yeah, it's this one, and then we can check the BPM, and then we see 133, and the original sample BPM. The original BPM should be 132. So it's 0.5 difference of BPM, but it's for this one it's pretty much. Okay, let me. Yeah, it's like. Yeah. Too bad. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to change that right now. What I will change is the following, is because it's now a loop, I won't make a loop of it, just a one shot. Because if I'm going to put it over here as a pattern. Shall I copy it? No, I won't copy it. I select a new pattern. Pattern parameters for 132.47 noise. Close. It's too bad that the MV cuts the last part of it. Because I'm not able to change that. Yeah, of course I can make 133 and then cut it myself to make sure that I have the complete sample. But it would have been nice if it was correct. Anyway, no problem at all. Track parameters. 7 over here. Okay. I will step record this like this. Boom. Tie. No, it's too soft. Do it again. The velocity just 127. Boom. Tie like this. For sure, I will show. I think if I make a loop of it, then you will hear a double bass drum on the last beat on the end. Let's give it a try, because now it sounded okay. Because this part, this is all okay, but now we should hit, because the loop was not complete. So that's the reason why I took out the loop like this. Just one shot, because the BPM is still correct, only it did not sample the last part. Okay. If I go to the pattern list, then we have, if I go to pattern play, what do we have? Oh, this is the original one. Of course, the bass is not recorded because I changed it over here. So if I change it to input library tech bass, then we should hear it again. Pattern list. There is. It's not powerful enough. What happened over there? It's something else. Of course. That's where I recorded the MFX gator function. Because then it doesn't matter which pad you're using. Okay, and if you use pattern play, then it should trigger also the TR8. That's funny, right? That's really great, because if you go to pattern list, now you hear this this pattern, but it's not triggering the other machines. But if you go to pattern play, it does trigger the other machines. It sends a Midi clock with the pattern play. My. Look at the time, guys. Look at the time. 2 hours flying away. 2 hours flying away like this. This is really, really amazing how time is flying. Yes, guys, I have to stop. Otherwise, I know how the week will start with shortage on sleep. Anyway, yeah, what I've had done. Starting with this, I started with this and then totally went another way. I must admit, this was great. I received great questions regarding the MV. So, guys, yeah, Mike, I will contact you tomorrow because we have to make an appointment for next week for another stream. Part number 3, where we dive into the sample management table. So guys, yes, I have to say goodbye. I wish you a very pleasant night or pleasant day. Grtzzz8800, have a nice holiday, enjoy, and we stay in touch. Thank you for being here, and Illinois, thank you for the donation, really appreciate it. So to all the guys over here, thank you so much, and we see each other next week. Have a good one, guys. Bye bye.